Hi guys, today I'm going to respond to a tag video that I saw on Emily Noel 83's channel, and I'm very excited because a couple of weeks ago I actually had the same idea. I am not lying, and I didn't actually do the video. And today, as I was driving home, or actually as my husband was driving home from church and I was on the passenger side, I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see that she actually made this video, and I was like, oh my god. But she made it a tag video, and I was very excited because I said I need to respond to this and I need to do it now. And here we go. So as the title suggests, this video consists of some products that I have purchased because of other YouTubers. And I have here an array of different products, and I'm just gonna go through them and let you know who inspired me to get them and pretty much what I think about them. So let's jump right in. So first I'm going to actually start with the person who did this video just now, which is Emily Noel 83. And she has actually inspired me to not only get a couple of things on YouTube, but also contributed to my desire to start doing YouTube makeup tutorials and videos and stuff like that. So thank you so much, Emily Noel. I originally started watching YouTube videos because I wanted to learn how to do makeup properly for my wedding. And so I watched a lot of her wedding tutorials. One of the things that she mentioned for those tutorials was this hard candy Sheer Envy Skim Illuminating Primer, and if you've seen my videos, you've seen that I actually use this a lot. On the same theme of my wedding, I actually purchased a palette which she speaks about in her videos. I think it was actually towards the end of last year, and it's this e.l.f. Neutral eyeshadow palette. So it's like a huge one, and I've seen her speak about how it has like a lot of variety, and it actually does. Even though it's just a neutral palette, it has a lot of colors and it's very good. There's a lot of great shimmery shades and also very matte and rich shades, so it's very good, and I really like it a lot. I actually did use this palette on my wedding day, so I recommend it a lot. I know that e.l.f. is considered like, you know, the very, you know, inexpensive and very economic brand, and it is, but their products, I believe, are really good. Emily has also inspired me into getting much more Wet n Wild products. She raves about how wonderful their eyeshadows are, how great and pigmented and smooth they are, and I really do agree with her. I've bought the Comfort Zone, and I've also bought the Blue Had Me at Hello. I've made tutorials with both of these, and they are great. They are definitely great. There is another one, and this one's it's not a 3-quad. It's a 3 eyeshadow palette, and this is Walking on Eggshells, which she speaks about a lot. She says it's great, and I've never actually tried it, even though I have it right here. Why? Because it fell off of my dresser and it completely shattered. So as you can see, I was literally heartbroken. I said, oh my god, why? It's only $1.99. I've never repurchased it, and I've actually kept it thinking that I could probably do something with it, maybe clean it up and use the other 2 shades, but I've actually never gone through with it. But yes, I was inspired by her to purchase this, and I'm sure it's great. Once I try it, I'm sure I'll love it. The other thing that I was inspired to purchase because of her recommendations is this e.l.f. as well, and it's the eyebrow kit. She speaks about how great this wax and this powder is, and it's definitely true. I've tried it on various occasions. I have very tricky eyebrows. I haven't mastered how to really shape them and keep them, you know, up to par. But I've used this, and it's really great. It makes it really easy to work with. It's not too intense where you feel like your eyebrows are a completely different shade that they're supposed to be. So it's really good. These are my purchases that I've made based on the recommendations from Emily Noel, and like I said, this video is responding to her tag, so thank you, Emily Noel. But I'm going to be continuing on to tell you a couple of more products that I've purchased on other people's inspiration. These next 5 products I have purchased by inspiration of Tati from Glam Life Guru here on YouTube. I first want to start with this Wet n Wild 3 color palette, and it's called Silent Treatment, and she raves about this because she says there are so many looks that you can actually do with this palette, and I completely agree. It's very, very good. I really recommend it a lot. The 3 colors work really well together. You can get a really great natural looking eye look, but you could also intensify it a lot and get a really intense smoky eye. It's really, really great. The palette works wonderful, and it's really easy to use and very, very blendable. The next palette that I was inspired to get by Glam Life Guru, what was this palette, which is this Maybelline Eye Studio palette in Caffeine Rush. As you can see, there are an array of different shades, and we're going from like really shimmery white to like really sparkly white, and then there's also these which have like a little purple tint, but it's not that purple. And then you have over here a more like coffee type of color, but not very brown. It looks really nice on the lid, and it just works wonderful, and I'm really glad for that recommendation because I really love it a lot. This is a cream eyeshadow, and she inspired me to get this because she used it in one of her tutorials, and I really loved it a lot, and I have to say that I love it more in person than I actually loved it in that tutorial. And it's the color Tattoo in the shade Too Cool. So it's the white shade. It's you know, completely white, but it comes off very shimmery. And in many days when you don't have, you know, a whole bunch of time to spend on makeup, this looks really nice if you just put it on your lid and you're just walking out looking like you have naturally sparkly lids, and it looks really, really pretty. So thank you. And the last product that I'm going to mention that she inspired me to get is this Michael Todd Charcoal Detox. She spoke during one of her skincare routine videos that she uses this as a facial cleanser, and it takes off all of her makeup. And of course I was like, yeah, right. Like, how could just like some face wash take away all of your mascara and eyeliner and, you know, all of eyeshadows and dark all over your eyes, especially. Face, not that big of a problem. Eyes, okay, we need like some scrubbing, right? I bought it, and it's actually 100% true. I really love this product because it kind of foams up, but you can open your eyes in the shower and it won't sting, which is a big deal. So, you know, it takes off all of the makeup. You don't have to scrub. You don't have to like really like manhandle the eyes, sort of speak, because it's such a tender area and you don't want to really like mess around too much with it. So it works perfect, and I really love it a lot. So the following 2 products I've actually purchased based on the recommendations of Nicole Guerriero, and I'm very satisfied with both. First is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in the shade Sunny. And as you can see, I've used this a whole bunch. I've actually hit pan on it. The next product that I was inspired to get by her is actually this Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation, and my shade is in 320, which is warm golden. I really like it a lot. It's a really great consistency. As you can see, it's kind of thick, but it feels very velvety smooth on the skin, so it's really, really pretty. Next, I'm going to show you guys a brush that I purchased by the recommendation of Annie, and her channel is called Annie Jaffrey here on YouTube, and it's this e.l.f. brush. It's called an e.l.f. powder brush, and as you can see, it's like a flat top brush, And I have to say, I haven't used it enough to say how much I love it or don't love it. I know that it works. I've used it a couple of times, but I can't go all the way with it, either one way or the other. So definitely one of the purchases that I've made based on somebody else's recommendation, but not enough usage to actually tell you guys how, or how great I feel about it, or how the other way I feel about it. Next, I'm going to be speaking to you guys about 2 more products that I got based on the recommendation of Karis from Charisma Star TV. I purchased this NYX Roll-On Shimmer, and this is in the color Platinum. So as you can see, it's like a really kind of silvery shade, but it's a very white shimmery shade. It's kind of it's glittery. It's not shimmery. It's very glittery, and I pop it in my eyes from time to time to give it a little something extra, but it's not anything that you'd want to wear day to day because it's very, very glittery. Glittery. The next thing that I bought based on her recommendation was this Michael Todd anti-wrinkle cream, and for some reason I've noticed that this is actually not on their website anymore. I think that they actually changed their formula a little bit and called it something else. I think they call it anti-aging rose or something like that, but I don't know if it's actually the same one that this is, but this one is great. She actually included this in her skincare routine video back in December, and I thought it was great. I immediately went and purchased it, and I thought it was really, really great product. Next, I'm going to be talking about a hair product, and this I was inspired to get by Camilla from Camilla Co. Actually, Makeup by Camilla Coelho 2 here on YouTube, and that's her English channel. She also has a Portuguese channel, which for some reason I also watch, even though I don't speak a drop of Portuguese. But first, I mean, you don't need to know exactly what she's saying, right? You can kind of follow with what she's doing, but she's so beautiful and she does things so simple, and it's just great to watch her and learn. So she did speak about this product during her hair care routine a couple of months ago, and I just had to go and purchase it, and I have to also agree with her. I think it's great. It's the Aussie 3-Minute Miracle Deep Treatment. So it's a conditioner. She's in that video, she spoke about how she doesn't condition her hair with this every single time she washes, and I definitely see why she wouldn't, and I've taken her recommendation on that as well. I purchased it and have put it on my hair, I think like 3 times since I purchased it, and I purchased it about 3 months ago. I took it with me on vacation, and during my vacation I actually used it as a sort of leave-in conditioner when I got out of the beach, just because your hair becomes so kind of like straw when you come out of the beach, and the salt, and so I kind of just left that in the ends of my hair to give it a nice little conditioning treatment, and then went home, washed my hair, took all that product out, and used my regular condition at that point. I think that it's a great product, and it's worked very, very well for me. Next and last product I will be speaking about is a product that I purchased based on the recommendation of Ingrid, which is Miss Glamorazzi here on YouTube, and it is this candle from Bath and Body Works, and this is First Bloom. And she spoke about this at the beginning of the summer. I think it was towards the end of spring when she spoke about how actually the video where she says, or the I love spring tag or something like that, I don't know. She spoke about this candle and she convinced me. Even though I couldn't smell what she was smelling on the video, I was convinced that I needed it, and I went directly to Bath and Body Works, and I purchased it when they had one of those 2 for $22 sales. And honestly, it's definitely a great candle. It lets off this very flowery, faint scent. You can definitely feel it, you can definitely smell it, you can definitely tell it's in the room, but it's not overpowering. I bought some other candles that were very overpowering. I remember buying one that was dark green and was something like boathouse something. I felt it really smelled manly, and I thought, well, my husband will love this because it smells more manly than the flowers for a woman, right? I brought it home and it really, really was just so intense. We couldn't deal with it. It was so bad. But yes, this one smells great and I really, really love it a lot. There you go. These are all of the purchases that I have made based on other YouTubers' recommendations. And I'm so glad I've actually purchased all of this stuff. I think that it's definitely great to share with one another what works good for us, what doesn't work so much. And then we can all just, you know, pitch in our ideas, and you know, what works for some people may not work for the next, but at the same time we all learn from one another and we share in that way. So it was a pleasure doing this tag video, and I am going to be tagging all of you guys next, and I really hope you guys are doing well, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.